Hello everyone, Menaphite here. Welcome to the weekly update video for RuneScape. Today, you might notice a difference in the audio. Trying something different with the microphone, so please bear with me. If you don't like it, please let me know and I'll go back to the original way. Otherwise, I might stick with this for the recordings. But anyway, there is 3 things sent out. What's total, including patch notes. First, I'll go over the maintenance since it's the easiest and the fastest thing to go over. At 1200 to 1400 game time on June 20th, there is going to be essential maintenance for servers. During those following times, the following worlds will be offline, which are worlds 12, 15, 49, 50, and 108. So just during those times, use a different server. Shouldn't be any issue. Okay, up next we have Aiding the Exile Menaphite event. Now, this one is going to be taking right outside of Menaphite. Looks like it's basically just like your traditional Birth by Fire, the Pirate one, those kind of events where you can earn special tokens through the game. Now, unlike the other ones, you'll be speaking to the Shady Lurker, who is right outside Menaphite gates. Can't miss them. And as you can see, right there's the gate, and right there he is. So he's like right there. Kind of hard to miss him, especially with the big camel right there. But during this event, it says you'll be able to collect Menaphite coins. And these are earned as you train combat or skills within Menaphite itself or the Sophonim Slayer dungeon. So it's only those 2 possibilities. You can't be doing Pyramid Plunder for it. It's only the Sophonim Slayer dungeon. But it says you'll get plus 20% Menaphite coins from training mining, thieving, fishing, woodcutting. Now, if you think about it, those are actually the primary skills for each one of the reputations. So each faction, if you will. But it does say that you won't be able to earn currency from daily challenges, as they cannot be handed in within the city. So do keep in mind, it has to be something that is within the city. But it does say you can unlock some sweet rewards, which includes a magic carpet resting animation, or rest, and teleport animation. If you look here, you can actually see both of them. I don't have either one unlocked, so I can't really show you guys them personally. But there is the resting animation right here. Looks kind of neat. And here is the teleport animation, which is, again, kind of neat. But it says if you do need to catch up or just fancy speeding things up, you can purchase Menaphite coins with rune coins at the reward store. And it says, since this event is only in Menaphite, they have made the decision to remove the daily cap on earning Menaphite coins. Rune coins will be refunded for any cap extenders purchased within a few days. It says keep an eye on your message sentry. Other than that, okay, here we go. There's actually a few things here for you guys. There is the Golden Path winners have been announced now. It is also the last week to win the Razer Gaming laptop, but the Golden Path winners were Fire Noob, Ranging Pro, and Zoe Catalina. So those 3 people will be getting 2 paid trips to RuneFest of 2017 for 2. Well, yeah, 2 trips for each person. So that 6 trips are given away for these people, or they'll get a lifetime membership for them and a friend. So, for those who have taken part, the winners have been decided. However, the Razer Gaming laptop is still out for grabs. However, they didn't mention about the graphics card that they were giving away for the Skybox yet. So that might still be going on. I haven't seen anything. Okay, so Friday on June 23rd for the live streams at 2000 game time, patch notes preview with Mod Shawnee. and Sunday, June 25th at 1800 PVM with Mod Lee. And on that note, we are going into the patch notes. Okay, so for graphical, a shadow under the fairy ring in Galactic Cave has been fixed. The animation played when descending certain ladders inside pyramids has been fixed. The contact juggling resting animation can no longer be used to spin weapons. Skills, D&Ds, and minigames. Placing a divine location no longer blocks auto-deploying Protean traps. Rubium mining messages have been added to the chat filter. Defeating your opponent in a duel will no longer leave them as a target that you're unable to attack. An issue where Castle Wars barricades sometimes left their blocking behind when being destroyed has been fixed. Exiting a player-owned port will now consistently place the player at the point which they entered. The Makes X interface no longer shows the wrong skill when making burial armor. Portable crafters will now default to the correct type of battle staff when being corrected. Remaining Cloud of Destiny fortunes will now automatically complete upon login, and players will receive the relevant Prismatic Star reward. The Slayer Creature Kills table has been expanded to show all existing entries, as the latest alphabetical entries were being cut off. Quest challenges and achievements. It is no longer possible to teleport from the rocking unicorns during the Gower quest. Cosmetic overrides for the shield A10 and axe race found in the after the Diamond in the Rough now have ownership tracking, which is set when first picking up, wearing, or destroying the item. Menaphite, there's a lot of things here. Menaphite district houses containing cats now unlock at tier 5 reputation. Players can no longer enter Menaphite district houses without the correct reputation tier. Menaphite gift offerings now have a right-click offer for reputation option. That'll be nice. Speaking to Urluk about city quests will now display a hint arrow to NPCs if someone has a task to complete. The Soul Talisman can now be traded via the Grand Exchange. The reputation interface and corruption stacks are no longer lost when stepping on one rogue tile in the Sophanum Slayer dungeons. Players are now correctly awarded the full amount of reputation when killing the last monster on their Slayer task in the Sophanum Slayer dungeon. Koposh weapons can now be traded correctly. Shades will now spawn correctly in the player-owned Slayer dungeon. The Karis effect now works correctly on corrupted cow fights. Corrupted dust devils are now affected by the Mask of Dust. The Mask of Dust now provides a teleport to the Sophanum Slayer dungeon with at least 97 Slayer. A duplicate reference to Crocodile Tears quest rewards in the Quest Complete scroll has been removed. Players can now get a replacement charged dowsing rod by taking replacement rod to the Illid Spirit during the Crocodile Tears. Rotep City quest head icon has been placed back above his head. Implings and Gothixian butterflies will no longer fly into pillars on the dock in the ports district of Menaphite. Squeak can now be removed from player-owned house Menagerie. The Tale of Mascot, Krondus, Het, and Jack of Spades music soundtracks will now be unlocked after respective quests have been completed. If you have already completed these quests, you can unlock the tracks from listening to the pub singer. A shadow of Commander Akamit's chat head has been tweaked. Pets received in Menaphite will now function correctly on free-to-play worlds. The mirrors in Sophanum have been graphically updated. The swamp environment area in the desert has been updated. Blocking has been added to the desert locations near the bandit camp. The bankers in the underground Sophanum Bank have their models updated. And now for next changes. The next banker no longer moves around, making her easier to find with lots of players in the area. Dominion mines are once again usable within the next Angel of Death encounter, but will only work on Blood Reavers as they are under 138 combat level. Check. Players had a combat level of 0, so they will no longer damage pillars. Oh, pillars had a combat level 0. Next, Angel of Death no longer targets another player who isn't the tank when restarting her attacks. All players who participate and defeat next Angel of Death encounter will be able to obtain the lore books drops from the exit pillar. This is regardless of the amount of damage dealt for ease of access. Players who have been pinned under the icicle during the next Angel of Death encounter will no longer get hit by shadows during the final phase. The player who started next Angel of Death fight is now broadcasted to the entire arena. The appraisal codex from next Angel of Death now works with shard share system. Other. Tonks has been out on adventure around Gielinor. Okay. Players can once again find the Rainbow Amulet and Cape tokens on the Grand Exchange. An issue where flanking perk was sometimes dealing extra damage to large NPCs when facing them has been fixed. Trying to enter Demonheim from the wilderness no longer loops a chat message. Players will now walk towards Ogthanki camels instead of talking to them from a distance. Mr. X has taken all hardcore player jars of Divine Light for safekeeping. He will continue to open the jar as jar upon death as before. He will also allow you to open it by speaking to him. The following skyboxes now utilize volumetric lighting when activating via the skybox filter options: Dusk, Dawn, Midday, Throne, Eclipse, Nightstone, Daystone, and Gushima. The wilderness warning will display to the player until they choose to turn it off. And last 8 weeks hot fixes. The city quest fix to clamp objectives to 2 through 100 times items was replaced. An issue that was preventing players from acquiring their Fight Club quest reward was fixed. A way has been added for players who missed out on their Fight Club quest reward to obtain it by speaking to the Menaphite Royal Guard in the throne room. The Choleric Imsialu bead has been added to near the fire altar. Players will now consistently be given their final collection. Any players missing these can claim them from Assistant Librarian Sibutai. So that'll be it for today's video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, later guys.